guys, welcome to my channel. So you know me, I love that when I learn something. This is something I love about myself. When I learn something, I feel like sharing it. So recently I have a passion of mine that has recently been renewed, and I think I should share with you. That is making textile designs or making textile patterns for Kitenge fabric. But first of all, we have to learn how to make a simple repeat pattern as this one or this one, which is very easy. This one, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to show you how to come out with this one. So the way I created this one, as you can see on my repeat, I have this one which looks like a rectangle, uh, a triangle, I mean, and then I have a rectangle, a circle, and I have a polygon here. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Number one, I want to create a triangle. So right here, my triangle is coming out, but I want it to be. So I'll click my triangle and then I'll turn it using the corners to make it a bit straight, right? Because I think this one is also a bit straight. Actually, it is straight. So this triangle of mine is straight. So the other thing that I want to do is I don't want lines here. So I'm going to make sure that this is switched off, and then the fill color of this one. So here on my rectangle, it is this color. So I'm going to try and copy that color again. I think it's this one, right? And then I want to give this effect that I have given to my rectangle, which the way I did is I went on effect here, distort and transform, and then I used zigzag. So these tools here, free distort, pucker and blot, roughen, transform, tweak, twist, zigzag. If you're someone like me, you don't have a good hand for drawing, you can play around with this to make different kinds of motifs. So I'm going to click on zigzag, and then I am going to start. I can create preview here so that I can see as my rectangle, as my triangle is creating zigzag, but I want many zigzag here, so I'm going to increase this one here. I want many like this, right? And then the size should also increase, size of the zigzag as I add them. Then I click OK. I think it's almost the same as that one, not quite, but okay. The color I think is this one. I don't know, but all right, we will talk more about these things, but for now I'm just trying to copy this one. And then again I have a rectangle, so I'll take my rectangle like this, right? And then on my rectangle I'm going to apply the zigzag effect again, and the color of the zigzag rectangle is brown, but I'm not sure which brown, so I'm going to take this one. It's a dark brown, sorry, it's a dark brown. So let me take a dark brown color, and then I have a circle or an ellipse. So I go to the ellipse tool, I create my circle, and I'm going to try and make sure that the center is almost the same as this one, and it's ending at the same. So when I see the pink lines here, it shows me that it's ending at the same position. So, and it's at the center. This side again, yeah, it is on the same side, right? Yes, so I'm going to select another brown color, a bit different from the rectangle. Then the next shape that we have on my repeat here is a polygon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last one I'm going to make is a polygon with 5 shapes. Polygon with 5 sides. So when I clicked my polygon, this is what is coming out. So as soon as I drew, so what I will do is let me restart here what I've done so that I can show you what I did. Right. I will click on polygon 2, then I will draw with my mouse my polygon. As soon as I release my mouse, I'll click inside the polygon, and then this dialog box will come out, and I'll write how many sides I want. I want it to have 5 sides. So I think the one with 5 sides is hexagon, right? Is it hexa or pentagon? I was not good at mathematics, I think. Right, so I have this one, and then I'm going to give it another color, another brown color. This one is a bit dark. Maybe this one, maybe this one. It's almost the same as this one and this one. This one and this one is almost like they have the same color. So I'm going to take this one again, and then I'm going to put it this here, and this one and this one we can choose to give them the same color as well if I want. Like this, like this. No, I don't like this one. I like this one. You know, all right, any color will do. Any color will do, Brenda. Move on. That is not what we are showing the students today. Okay, so I have my repeat here. Now I can, so once I have this, and you know, when I was clicking this, when I was making this, okay, I want to make sure that this is not, okay, this is the same size as this one, then this is the same size as this one, okay. All right. So once I have finished or I am satisfied, there are so many things that you can do to change the effect or how this looks, the distance that you want between them, the size. There are so many things, but for now, I'm just going to show you the basics of how you can make your repeat pattern. So once I finish, I will highlight this and go to Object, and then I will say Pattern, Make, and then I will click OK. So from the moment I click OK, I already have my repeat pattern here with these 4 shapes, 1, 2, 3, 4. My repeat pattern is here in the swatch card box, and then I have this dialog of pattern options here. So my pattern options, number 1, they are kind of arranged in a grid format. If I want, I can change them so that they can be arranged in brick by row column, brick by row format, or brick by column. But in this case, I prefer, I think I prefer this one, the brick by row. No, the grid. Yeah, kind of like what I want. Yeah, I think this one is okay. How come these ones? I forgot to put. All right, I think I forgot to put the zigzag. You guys should remind me. And then over here, I can play around with my uh, repeat size over here, and the repeat size is normally provided by the supplier depending whether is which method is going to use to print, which tools are they going to use. So in this class, let me just, I feel like creating my repeat pattern of 4 inches is 4, okay, let me say 4. And then copies, I can choose how many copies I want to say. Like for example, here I'm saying 3 copies. I can choose to say 5 copies, whichever I want. And then I want to go back to my square here, this one, the blue one. This is where my repeat pattern is. But my patterns have kind of overlapped. I have 4. These ones, these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the ones that I'm working with. So I have to make sure that these 2 are clicked on, these 2 are clicked on. So the reason for this is because this one, if I do it like this, I'll see everything is the same color. Of course, I'll be able to know that these ones which are highlighting in red are the ones in my repeat. But me, I like to dim out everything so that I can focus on the one that I'm working on. And also this one, I have to leave it. This one, it shows the tile edge. So I want to make sure that my repeat pattern fits inside my motifs fit inside my repeat. That is what I want to do right now. I don't want anything to overlap. We're going to talk about overlapping later, but for now I want my motifs to fit inside the repeat, so I can work inside this repeat, and as I'm working inside you can see everything else is also changing. And then like I said, you remember our pattern here, this one that I'm trying to copy, there is zigzag pattern on all the patterns, on all the motifs, so I have to change also this shape so that it has this zigzag. So I'll say apply zigzag effect, apply zigzag, then I'm going to go back again and make sure that it fits inside the rib, inside. Make sure you fit inside. This one is going to come out a bit different from that one that I have on my other side, but anyway, it's okay. This one again, this one again. Right, so let me start with the circle. So I want to make sure that it's right. Then we come to this one. I don't want anything overlapping. For now, we're not talking about overlapping, we're just doing the normal thing. So I am moving my motifs so that they remain within this repeat unit. So if I want, I can add some shapes on these spaces that I see here. Like if you can look at this one, I was adding some stars on the spaces, but on this one, if I want, I can choose to leave it. If I want, I can add even circles. I'm thinking of adding small ellipse circles, small polka dots like this one. I think it's okay, but when will I finish? Right, so if I don't like it, I can say edit and do. So let me make it a bit big. Right, so and then I can, once I have my circle, I can choose to put it where I want, and then I can I can click the same circle, create, control alt, have it again, control alt, put it here, control alt, put it here. So I'm anywhere where there is a space, I'm just adding this polka dots. If you want, you can leave it as it is. It's not always, but it's kind of like gives the balanced effect. Edit and do. Right, so control out. So what I'm doing right now is I'm clicking control, then I'm clicking out, and then I drag this with my mouse. This box, this dialog is just if I want to, if once you click inside a shape, you know, you can change the size, you can change. So this is just edit and do. I think these are enough for now. I think these are enough. So I have my repeat. It is finished, and you can see how it looks from the background there. I think it looks okay. So this pattern of mine, it doesn't have a background, so I want to add a background to it. So what I will do, I will click my select tool, I will click my rectangle. I want the rectangle, right? And then I will make sure that this is on, And then because I don't want my rectangle to have edges, I want it to be smooth, I'll leave this off, and then I'll choose a color for my background. Maybe I can choose, for now, let me choose, I'm not sure, but for a start, I can choose, here, what color did I use? Orange. All right, I can choose the same color. I don't know the name of colors. I think I'm color blind, but if it's an orange, I hope so. So then I will come here and put my rectangle. And as you can see, my rectangle has kind of moved to the front. It's kind of at the front, and you cannot see my patterns. So I'll go here on Effect. Distort and transform. Then I'll click transform. Ah, sorry, what am I doing? Okay, sorry, my computer was kind of sticking. I want to go to object. Once I have this, I click object and then arrange, and then I will say send to backwards. So it is now backwards. So the orange color is backwards, but I'm still not feeling the orange color. Let me try and change the yellow. No, I don't know, red. Well, I think the orange is okay, but the problem is my shapes. Maybe I need to change the color of these ones. Yeah, so if I click this one, I can maybe make it a dark brown, because I feel like there is something missing, something is not right. Okay, let me use dark brown shades. Dark brown shades. And you can play around with any color until you feel like your design is perfect. Then these ones, why I want to leave them with this color? Okay, let me go and see first. So once I'm done, I'll click done. And then, do you want to continue? Okay, right. So once I'm done, I can take this and move it away. Maybe I can move it away to the sides like this, right? And then I'm going to click on my rectangle 2 again. Sorry, edit and do apply swatch. I'm supposed to be here, I want to be inside the artboard here. So I'll click the rectangle 2, and then I will draw my rectangle and fill the artboard, because I want to see if my artwork is now, and then I will bring this here to see if it is what I want, to see if the design can manage to come out the way I wanted. Okay, so I did not manage to reproduce the first one that I produced here. This one is a bit different, but I'm sure you have seen how to create a repeat design. So if I want to go back to the pattern mode, I can just click here, new pattern, and then this dialog box will come back, the swatch card is still there, and I can play around, change these colors, change these shapes until I'm satisfied to say, okay, this I'm now satisfied with. I can play around with these until I have the colors, the thing that I want, and I can play around with these ones. until you have what you want, until you're satisfied with these designs. And anytime you finish and you are satisfied, you can just click done, and you'll see your repeat pattern here. So that is how you do it, everybody. So this was just an introduction to show you how we can create seamless pattern design that we can use for our Kitenge fabrics. We'll meet next week as we go in deeper into making these designs, going step by step, slowly by slowly, and even telling you, even creating some complex designs. Until next week, you have a good night.